Top five mixtapes of all time. First, starting with, again, no order. First, starting with Live Love ASAP. ASAP Rocky came out in, I want to say, 2011. I didn't first listen to it till about 2012, but that whole album really um, kind of set the mood board for that decade of the tens for me, and just especially how I dressed and style and everything. Like ASAP Rocky really, with that album or mixtape, my bad, kind of set the trend, not only musically but especially aesthetically with how people dressed and stuff like that with that album. Like he put so many people on, and so many new things, especially with designers and stuff like that, people was starting to rock with. It wasn't no one wearing Raf Simmons and Rick Owens, and nobody particularly in the black community knew about Raf Simmons and Rick Owens before ASAP Rocky, name dropped those designers in that mixtape and pesos. You know what I'm saying? And many other brands and stuff like that. But yeah, Live Love ASAP. Next, So Far Gone by Drake came out in 2009. That was just the soundtrack of that time period in my life. Um, I just when I first heard that mixtape, I never heard any music like it. It was just so unique and different, and it was just no format of music like that. And I know any and everybody could attest to that. In that time period when Drake had released it, it was just like, this is just different from everything that I've listened to. Just the style, how he was doing it, it was really unique, and what he was doing. And I was a super fan. Um, to this day, top to bottom, every record on there is just super dope. Um, and so, yeah, So Far Gone, legendary, legendary. He really was, you know, said that, rapping and singing thing. He really set precedent for that, and in the way that he did it, you know, um, especially as a male artist. Um, then next, I gotta go No Ceilings by Lil Wayne, which was came out like '09, 2010, one of those years. Um, that was the soundtrack for many of us at that time period, especially at my school, at the math. Everybody was mouthing off the no lyrics. I said no lyrics, no ceilings lyrics. People knew the joint top to bottom. Me and my friends at the time, we could recite the whole no ceilings um, joint. Uh, and so I gotta put um, that joint in there because Wayne was just rapping his butt off, and every line he said was a bar. Like nothing, no wasted words, no wasted anything. Everything made sense and rhymed really well. Um, so yeah, no ceilings. Then I gotta go Cushion OJ. Um, that was another great mixtape. Wiz Khalifa. Another project that was very unique from a lot of other projects I heard prior to it. Um, I became a big fan, like of Wiz Khalifa. Just overnight, just listened to that album, on that mixtape. Great mixtape, great features, great vibes, great music, great, just great. Um, and really love that album. I mean, mixtape. Keep saying album, mixtape. And then lastly, Rich Forever by Rick Ross, which came out, I want to say 2012. Um, was it? It came out like the end of 2011, going into 2012, something like that. But that was my joint at the time. The production was crazy. Ross was just barring up. Great features on that project. Drake was on there, French Montana, Pharrell, Timbaland on production. It was just a great project to me. And Ross was just barring up, and the production was just like great. The beats was just like super dope on that project, like super dope. So yeah, that rounds out my top five uh, mixtapes of all time.